Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jonne if you're new. So today's video is going to be a comparison between Carnival and Norwegian cruise lines. So far I've only been on 6 cruises, 4 of which were Carnival, 2 being Norwegian. Before my Norwegian cruise, well, for the second Norwegian cruise, I was a die-hard Carnival girl. You couldn't tell me about any other cruise line. All I wanted to do is Carnival. So I cruised Norwegian and they changed my mind. So recently I actually went on 2 different cruises. In August I went on a Carnival cruise. It was Carnival Liberty. And in November I did Norwegian Breakaway. So I'm going to give you a comparison in the eyes of a millennial traveler and what's important to me. Keep in mind that these opinions are 100% my own. Alright, so first things first, the most important thing to me on a cruise is the drink package. Let's talk about Carnival's drink package first. To be completely honest, I have never bought a Carnival drink package, and that's because it seems ridiculously expensive and I'm just not here for it. So with Carnival's drink package, if you purchase a drink package before you cruise, it's $54.95 per person per day for the length of the cruise. That's on 3 and 4 day cruises. And if you do a cruise that's 5 days or longer, it's $51.95 per person per day. So on a 4-day cruise, that's $218 plus additional gratuity. No. Then on top of that, it's a 15 drink limit. Then you can only order 1 drink every 5 minutes. That's not an unlimited package to me. And honestly, the quality of the alcohol that they have on Carnival, I wouldn't bother paying for that. I've actually never paid for the drink package. Like I said, I always make friends with people who have the drink package and I get people to buy me drinks. But that's just me. That's just me. The other downside of Carnival's drink package is that everybody in the room 21 and over has to buy the drink package. So it kind of sucks if I'm in a room with somebody who doesn't drink and they don't want to get the drink package, but I do. So now you have to get it too if I decide to buy it. And now that's forcing you to pay $200 that you don't want to pay for. So now moving on to Norwegian. Norwegian's drink package is the reason why I am in love with Norwegian cruise lines. So first things first, I have never actually bought their drink package. So there's 2 ways that you can get a drink package. You can buy their drink package, which is $99 per person per day for the duration of the cruise. Or, depending on the room category that you book, they have a free at sea promotion where you can either get their drink package for free, or you only pay the gratuity, or you can get like 5 other things for free. It's like the drink package, you can get Wi-Fi, you get shore credits, you also get specialty dining. So, the 2 times I cruised with Norwegian, the first time, the entire boat had the drink package. It was crazy. The entire ship, everyone had the drink package included. All you had to do is pay gratuity. So in November, when I went on a Norwegian cruise, we chose a balcony room, and with that room came with the 5 free at sea, the free at sea 5 choose 5 promotion. So we got the first 2 people in the room got the drink package. The first 2 people in the room got specialty dining credits. Then I got Wi-Fi privileges and short credits for excursions. I don't understand why I can't talk today. The good thing about Norwegian's drink package is you can buy 2 drinks at a time. There's no cap on how many drinks that you can buy in a 24-hour period, and they really don't care who has your card. So with Carnival, every time you buy a drink, you have to sign a little paper or whatever. With Norwegian, there's no signing of any papers. They give them their card, they swipe it, they give it back to you. They don't check to make sure that I'm the one who's actually swiping. My best friend would take my card and she would go run off with it and come back later. Like, Norwegian's drink package is the more functional option. The downside is that it does not come with bottled water, and I'm an avid water drinker. That's all I like to drink is water. So that's the downside for Norwegian's package. Carnival's comes with bottled water. I did buy a 6-pack liters water bottles, and that was like $26. So that's one thing that you have to keep in mind when you do cruise Norwegian, is that the bottled water is not included in the drink package. Also, with the gratuities, you're only paying like you pay less than $150 for the gratuities of the drink package. So that's less than actually buying their drink package, and that's less than what you would pay on a Carnival cruise for their drink package. Also, 9 times out of 10, you're never going to pay that $99 per person per day for the Norwegian drink package. I've never paid it. Most times the drink package actually have come with my cruise fare, where I've only had to pay the gratuity, and the gratuity is less than $150 for the duration of the cruise. Alright, so now that we talked about the most important thing for me on a cruise, which is the drink package, let's talk about the second best thing, which is food. So, let's start with Carnival. To be honest, I do not like Carnival's food. I don't know if it's the ship that I've been on 4 and they weren't updated ships. I'm not a fan of their food. I like Norwegian's food much better. I feel like on Norwegian that you have better options, especially on the newer ships. So I did a breakaway class ship, and you have the option. Well, first of all, Norwegian is freestyle dining. You don't have a set dining time. They have a pub that's open 24/7, which I think is awesome. You go to the club, leave the club, go to the pub, get yourself some pub food, go to your room, knock out. Like, oh, you can't beat that. But also, their main dining rooms were great. You were able to reserve dinner times. There was the main dining room, there was the Manhattan room or Norwegian breakaway. There were 2 other dining rooms, but with those 3, you got to reserve a dining time. So it's not like you were stuck to a specific time that you had to go eat. Like on Carnival. On Carnival, you either have your anytime dining, we can go anytime between, like, was it 5:45 and 9 o'clock? But then you have your set dining room time, which is like 6:30 or 8:30. Or is it 6 or 8? I forget the times. But either way, you're confined to those times unless you go to the Lido deck and eat the buffet. So Norwegian, yes, they had a buffet, but they also had like 4 or 5 different restaurants that you could go to. You can go and reserve your dining time that day. So if you're really big on scheduling your day, you can make your schedule revolve around your food. They also had one of those teppanyaki grills where they cook the hibachi in front of you. So we did that on the last night of the cruise ship. Sick as a dog. But that was a specialty dining. You had to pay extra for that, but that's an option that they give you. I'm not 100% sure if Carnival does do that on their bigger ships. I've only been on their smaller ships, the Imagination, Sensation, Ecstasy, and Liberty. So those aren't as up to date as Carnival's newest fleet. So it is kind of a little biased, so to speak. Not a fair apples to apples comparison, but overall, I'm just not a fan of Carnival's food. I like Norwegian's food better. Now, some things on Norwegian was a little bit but overall, I like their food better. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about is the nightlife. So let's talk about Carnival. The clubs on Carnival, they're popping. Like, they are popping, okay? Or Norwegian, I wasn't really a fan of the club. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't anything compared to Carnival. Like, I can't explain it. It's just something that you have to experience. Now, the group parties. So they do have deck parties, and those are like the parties that they'll have out on a Lido deck or like Club H2O, Spice H2O, like the outside venues. On Carnival, those group parties are very much more family friendly. Like, they're lit, but they're like watered down because, you know, you got the kids, you know, older people. It's more inclusive. Now on Norwegian, their group parties were lit. It felt like I was at a rave. Like, that group party on Norwegian, that was fun. Yeah, both group parties that I went to on Norwegian were very fun for me. But on Carnival, their deck parties, I really didn't care for their deck parties. But I do like their clubs. So one thing I can say is, I keep saying it over and over again, the clubs were popping on Carnival, deck parties, and on Norwegian, the clubs weren't in, but the deck parties were popping. So that's that. So now let's talk about entertainment. So I'm one of the cruisers who likes to actually go to shows. I know not everybody likes to go to shows, but what I can say is I love the shows on Norwegian better than on Carnival. Carnival, the talent isn't all that great, but on Norwegian, oh my god, it's phenomenal. They legit have Broadway plays and musicals on their ship. Like, the musicality is awesome. They have live bands. It is amazing. Okay? So, yeah. Now, the only thing about Norwegian and Carnival is that Carnival, they have like a different show every day. Norwegian, they repeat the same 2 or 3 shows. And so if you miss the first day, you can go back on the third day, that sort of thing. And they also fill up very fast. So you actually get to reserve your show that you want to go to. So I know that we had to reserve the show that we went to, I think Wednesday night when we got back on the boat. But it's worth it, because if you miss that reservation, then they have the standby wait list just in case somebody doesn't show up, you can go in. But Carnival and Norwegian, it's better quality on Norwegian. Sorry, Carnival. Yeah. Alright, so private islands. I've been to Half Moon Key and I've been to Princess Key. And then with Norwegian, I've been to Great Stirrup Key and Harvest Key. Now, the good thing about Carnival's private islands is that they bring the food to the island so that you can eat lunch there. It's a part of your cruise fare. Especially if you order the drink package as well, you get to have your drink package transferred over to the island. Now, the downside about Norwegian is that they do that for a Great Stirrup Key. So we went to Great Stirrup Key when the entire 3-day cruise was an open bar. So at Great Stirrup Key, then the drink package transferred over to the island and the food transferred over to the island too. Now, Harvest Key, it didn't do that. So on Harvest Key, they actually have their own restaurant on the island. It's called Landshark Bar and Grill. But you actually have to physically come out your pocket and buy food and drinks in Harvest Key. I did not like that. But again, we didn't stay on that private island. We left and took the ferry over to Placencia and spent the day there and gave our money to the locals. I feel like going off the private island and going actually into Placencia and spending time with the locals and hanging out with them and eating local food and experiencing local culture was cheaper and a better and enriching experience than actually staying on the private island and paying all that money. That would have been a lot of money if we had stayed on the island. But overall, I love all 4 islands. Beach days are particularly my fave because, you know, you gotta get the pic off for the gram, and I love being in the water. So, and I love tanning. I love to get a tan. But definitely in terms of value, I would say Carnival's private islands are better because you could take the amenities off the boat and take it to the island, whereas Norwegian, you can only take the amenities off the boat for Great Stirrup Key. Harvest Key, they don't have the same option. Alright, so 2 more things I want to talk about. They're random and they don't really fall into any category. So in Norwegian, they do not have any formal nights, unlike Carnival. Carnival, you have your formal captain's night where you get to take a picture with the captain, and they have all the backdrops lined up around the ship, and you see everybody in their finest sparkly outfits wanting to take pictures and all that. So Carnival has that, Norwegian doesn't, but I like to dress up anyway. Every single night before we went to dinner, we changed our clothes and we got dressed, and yes, that's just something that we do. We didn't go all the way out, like we didn't go all out like how you would do on Carnival, but on Norwegian, just there's no formal night. So that's one thing. The other point that I wanted to make was that Norwegian is actually great for solo cruisers. So if you're single, you're not cruising with anybody, or you are cruising with somebody and their room is already full and you're just going to be by yourself, Norwegian has solo cabins, and those cabins are beautiful. Like, one of my friends stayed in that cabin in November, And they had their own special hallway where it was lit up, and they had their own lounge. It was pretty cool. So if you're a solo traveler, Norwegian is the way to go. Carnival, they don't try to charge you for 2 people like how on Carnival. Carnival is a little bit for single cruisers. So Norwegian is definitely the way to go. Alright, you guys, this wraps up my comparison video of which cruise line I think is better. If you couldn't tell, I personally think that Norwegian is better, hands down. I love Norwegian. Drink package, free at sea. Drink package, free at sea. So far, I've only cruised Carnival and Norwegian. That will be changing next month. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be really exciting. But thanks for watching, you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions about Carnival or Norwegian, just drop me a line below. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Also, if you want to see any of my experience on Carnival and Norwegian, I've also included those videos below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.